You got me worried about being in the sauna for a day with my own friends.
Jungle. Welcome.
Hiya, sexy.
You've got to call her.
I love having Duncan here.
I can't go back. Don't make me.
It was wonderful last night, wasn't it?
Maybe you just need a big, strong man.
I'm not capable of taking pain. We now need what is best for the children.
I know who I want to be with. Are you moving in today?
Being dragged by wild horses and pursued by monstrous pit bull terriers, Lucy, would not persuade me to inhabit somewhere as filthy as this. Every time I visit, I can feel my flesh crawl. But you can dispense with this one.
Whoa. What?
You can move in to my flat, Dennis Doyle. It's got marvellous proportions. Oh, that'll be the fumigators.
Duncan, I thought you were starting to get a bit better.
So did I.
But...
Well, 18 years ago today, Natalie and I got
Your wedding anniversary?
I miss her. That's why I came back. You know, sometimes I think that one day everything will get back to... And I just walk into my house and she'll smile at me and she'll hold me and everything will be okay. Oh, silly, isn't it, really?
You do believe me about Jane?
Your cast is not ready to come off. It'll be a few more days yet.
We never actually...
I don't want to be discussing it. I am not a prude, but...
I'm just trying to tell you. Make you believe that I loved her.
No, Sam, I checked out the medical journals and it can happen. It's just that as a doctor, you don't expect to see it with one of your own patients, never mind your own daughter. Now, if you don't mind, I don't really want to discuss it today of all days.
Well, I don't know. Natalie without Duncan. Rachel moving in with Sam.
Yeah, you know, I really think that you two are the only straightforward couple left. You know, look at us. We're not married, and I'm not counting my chickens until they are well and truly hatched after what happened last time.
New aftershave, Alex?
Yeah, well, you know, I was trying to impress.
See, didn't even notice. Kind, considerate. It's just, this is why you two are the Thornton Street husband and wife of the year.
Wife and wife, more like. I thought this stuff was only supposed to work on women.
Yeah, all right. It's just... I only noticed because, well, thought I might be able to use a bit of that myself.
You animal.
Rachel, congratulations with the kids. Best result, I think. About time people were as happy as I.
Oh, gross. I can't believe you said that. You're elated.
I was watching you today with Donna. You don't think of her as your mum, do you?
Yeah, I do, totally. She's my mum.
But that's the problem, isn't it? She isn't. You're jealous because she's taking your mum's place. You won't get another girl until you've seduced her. That's my advice. Take it.
You are happy here, aren't you?
Yeah, especially now Steph started wearing makeup.
Holly.
What? It's true what they say. Men and women can't just be friends. There's always going to be something else. Living together as well.
What about us?
Oh. Well, I know your heart lies somewhere else. Is everything okay?
It's a bad time. House stuff.
Last week with baby Ben, I thought.
Ben's not here. Sorry.
Well, don't look at me. Blame Duncan. Sam, trying to avoid Rachel. That bad already, huh?
No, just thinking, that's all. You alright?
Gust of wind. Got some grit in my eye.
Yeah, and why don't I believe that?
It's not just my wedding anniversary. It's a year since we left Jane on her own. Now, I've worked it back. It's nearly the time when she conceived her child. It must be. We left Ryan and Jane on their own for the first time. We thought they'd be old enough.
You've had a lot of relationships, haven't you? I mean, you got experience, right?
Well, I suppose, yeah.
Do you think some relationships are doomed before they've even started?
Why? Who is it?
It doesn't matter.
No, you tell me yours and I'll tell you mine.
Okay then, you first.
No, you.
You were the one that started it. Go on, Sam, who is it?
It's no one.
It's someone I know, isn't it?
No. I know I don't know you very well, but I reckon I've seen you happier.
Yeah. My parents have gone away for the weekend. I've never been on my own before. I thought it'd be fun, but it's...
Hey. I reckon I'm gonna have to cheer you up.
I think you're gonna have to tell me how.
Jane. We kind of had this thing together.
No. It couldn't be. You're covering for your dad, aren't you?
No, my dad didn't touch her. It was me. Really, I loved her.
You come to wish me a happy anniversary.
How are you holding up then?
Oh, thanks for remembering. It's more than Duncan did.
That's what brothers are for, isn't it?
Do you know, I find it difficult to believe we're related at all sometimes. Oh, you make me so jealous. You're all happy and trying for another baby and...
Well, you're not the only people with relationship traumas. And that's why I came round here, really. Alex and Roxanne, do you think they're acting funny at all?
Well, they're getting on.
No, I mean, you know, when you look at the both of them, and Steph as well.
Steph?
Yeah, have you noticed?
Well, she was acting a bit strangely at the engagement party, but I guess that's just to see her ex-partner getting hitched.
Yeah, right. With Roxanne being pregnant again.
It was just a look between them. It was probably nothing.
Natalie thought it was Jack, but it can't have been Jack because Jack was away that week.
Duncan, you've got to stop.
I can't get these thoughts out of my head. These terrible, terrible thoughts.
Duncan, if you're going to blame yourself...
Whoever it was that took advantage of her did so that weekend. Of course I blame myself. Of course I blame myself. I left her. I left her to be preyed upon. To have this sordid, this desperate little fling.
What's the matter? Your bionic nose pick up something it shouldn't?
No, it's just a bit queasy.
Well, it's a bit naughty skiving off work, but I'm telling you, this sure beats grouting.
I didn't invite you down here just for fun, you know.
Hmm?
This morning, Roxanne, she looked really happy.
Yeah. It's this hormones thing. When she's up, she's up. When she's down, I'm down in the pub. But surely I don't have to tell you, of all people, about women.
No, I just wondered if she's right to feel as happy as she does. And last time Roxanne was pregnant, you know, Jennifer, what's her name?
Taylor.
Affairs plus marriage doesn't usually equal happy. Can't do that to people.
End of sermon. So you think I'm having an affair?
Well, I am.
What if I am? Eh?
You and Alex. I know something's going on.
Old news, Mike. Alex and I used to have something going on. Now he's got something else. She's called Roxanne.
I've seen the way you look at him. And now he's started wearing aftershave. Is that to impress you, is it?
What?
Alex doesn't do that, ever. So what's going on?
This isn't about me, is it? I seem to remember the last time we had this conversation, it was about you and who you could and could not fancy.
Don't try and turn this around.
I haven't done anything wrong. And I can't see that Alex has either. Why is it suddenly an issue for you?
Don't go there, Steph. It's wrong. It really is.
Is that better?
Yeah, thanks. How do we end up here? One moment we're talking and then...
Yeah. It's amazing. I mean, you live in the same street as someone all your life and you don't really talk, and then suddenly...
Suddenly.
Sweet dreams are made of these. Who am I to disagree?
No, not here. It feels wrong. I've got a bad feeling about this place. Oh, look. The rain stopped.
I'll walk you home if you want. No bad feelings.
Some of them want to be abused.
Orange cleaners, upstairs. Now, my nest of tables might look good in the corner, but that leaves no room for the armoire.
Look, you can sleep upstairs. I'll have down here.
Oh, that's very gentlemanly of you, Samuel, but I shall adapt to my new situation downstairs. Not worrying about trifles. My family's together. That's the main thing. Fresh start.
Where shall I put on Rachel's menorah, Samuel?
What did you just call me?
Samuel's your name, isn't it?
Kitchen, Lucy. Oh, you'll be paying your sisterly visits elsewhere in future. Has Dennis told you his good news? He's relocating to my old abode.
Yeah, my own lab pad. Great. Was there anything you wanted in particular?
Actually, it's Sam I wanted.
Rachel, would you leave us alone for a while?
Oh, very well, Samuel. Chop, chop, Dennis Doyle. I'll show you my condominium and its marvellous proportions.
We should take Benjamin as well. Today's Aunt Rachel's day, Samuel.
Dennis?
How could you live with yourself? After all this time not saying anything.
She made me promise not to tell anyone about us. It's one thing she asked me for.
Well, why should I believe you, Sam?
Because it's the truth. Because I loved her. I'll prove it.
Ooh, you know,
it's funny because I always associate manliness with the smell of burning pig. Veg, on the other hand, is a different story. Mike, we're having a dinner at ours tomorrow night, and you and Fiona are top of the list. Gonna make some stuff. Ooh, I have been craving.
Oh, love to come.
Oh, nice one. Well, if I'm suffering, so can you.
Was a suffering? Early starts?
Not having you around in that dressing gown earlier.
What we are suffering is dinner at ours tomorrow night. Gonna have a special night. Tie up a few loose ends. Put some past to bed, you know? And that is why I'm inviting Steph.
Go and put something on. Tom will be up in a minute.
I think you're scared of women. You don't trust them because you don't trust Donna. After all, she replaced your real mother.
No, not at all. I was just tired, that's all.
And when you were asleep, you were dreaming, weren't you? Dreaming of Donna, her eyes, her lips, and all that hair.
Hello, boys.
Come and join the effervescence.
Chimney? What's wrong with him?
Can't take the heat.
Is it hot in there, or is it just Steph and Duncan together? What? After yesterday? Don't call Natalie, it'll be too emotional. Duh, Steph fancies him. Oh, I think I'm coming down with something. Might have to go and visit Dr. Harper. Any messages you want to give me to give to Natalie while I'm there?
Look.
What?
That, remember? A year ago, half-term, Wednesday. You and Jane were here and I was playing football over there with Dennis.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird. She never usually wanted to come here, but she really, really wanted to come.
What else do you remember? The football?
Yeah. We were here, yeah. Then your football comes flying over our heads, and you and Dennis come running over, and Jane tells you it's gone over there in those bushes. So you go in, and a couple of seconds afterwards, Jane says she thinks she knows where it is, so she goes running in after you.
That was when it was new and exciting.
Oh, another one of your conquests, one of your many, eh?
No, it wasn't like that.
Oh, one of hers.
The others are just out there. What would they say? Della and Dennis and it's wrong, isn't it, Sam?
You've never been out with anyone before, have you? You're scared?
No. Is it that obvious?
Look, you don't have to rush anything. You can wait until you're older. It's a present. From my house.
Does this mean we can still see each other this week?
Try and stop me.
You don't have to pretend that it was all innocent and sweet. I'm not a kid.
I'm not... She was like you.
She's nothing like me! I hate her.
Della! 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 I'll be right with you, Mr. McLaughlin.
He let me slip in. It's important.
Oh, right. Well, do sit down.
Holly, there's no need to be upset or embarrassed. These things happen to teenage girls. I know what it's like. And anything you do say will be absolutely in the strictest confidence.
I'm feeling really depressed. It's half term and I don't want to do anything. I've tried to tell Steph and Josh, but they're too close to notice me. In fact, No one notices me. I've got no one to talk to, no family, of course, and I'm just finding it so hard. I don't want any pills or anything. I just need someone to talk to. Do you find that sometimes, with Duncan being gone?
Yes, sometimes.
Did he treat you badly? It's just I feel I've been treated badly.
Yes, he did. He did.
What, and the bad times outweigh the good?
Oh, well, there were good times as well. I mean, you see, the thing about Duncan is that he'd always try really hard, even though we both knew he'd probably fail.
What else?
Well, when he was happy, he'd whistle. It was show tunes usually, you know. Calamity Jane was his favourite. Yeah, I'd come home from a hard day at work and I'd just hear him whistling that, and even though I'd heard him whistle it thousands of times before, it was... na, 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 na. Oh, I don't know why I'm telling you all this. Holly?
She was pregnant. She had an abortion. She was 15. How could you, Sam?
I didn't.
I don't understand. If you and Jane didn't, then...
Believe me, it can happen. Even if you don't go all the way, we were just really unlucky.
Yeah.
I tried to do the right thing. I did. It just all went wrong. There's not a day that doesn't go by that Wouldn't it be great if she just came back? Wouldn't it?
I'm fine. Nothing wrong. Natalie is very nice to me. It's okay, Duncan. I don't think she suspected. No, we wouldn't want to lose you. You're just so good around the house.
Well, it's the least I can do. You've all been so...
We aim to please. I know Steph does. La 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 la.
Duncan?
I don't understand. Why didn't she tell me?
She didn't tell anyone.
I thought we were close. Then I keep finding out about all the things that happened, the horrible things. Like the secret boyfriends, and I had absolutely no idea. Sometimes it's that I never even knew her. We were nothing like each other.
Look, they're so beautiful. I love bonfire night.
I'm sorry we couldn't go. It's just too risky. Everybody will be there. Doesn't matter. We can have a private fireworks party of our own, right here.
Sparklers! Oh, I love them. My dad always used to let me hold them when I was little, and we'd write names in the sky. Sam.
Jane.
Don't last very long. One moment they're all sparkling and fizzing, and it's over.
Ow!
Oh. It's better now.
Look! Shooting star.
It's just a falling rocket.
No, it was a shooting star, and you have to make a wish, but you can't tell me what it is.
You already know what it is. To be with you.
You never left my mind.
Stella.
No, Sam. You asked me if I ever think about Jane coming back. I think about her all the time. I miss her so much. But if she did, I don't know what I'd say to her or what I'd do. And that scares me.
I saw you, Alex. This morning, looking at Fiona when she was in her dressing gown. You're staring at her breasts. Now, I know you think, because I think the same way. But that's my wife, all right? Nothing comes between us.
I wasn't trying to. Oh, come on, mate, you know that.
Jane's gone.
Oh, you don't know that, not for sure.
Oh, I do know that. I do. I went looking for her, you see. The West End, stations, various cardboard cities, the homeless shelters. I wanted to forget, you see. Natalie, Ryan. But I couldn't. That's why I'm here. To be close to them. Even though I know I'll never get them back.
It's okay, Duncan. I'm here.
Just things. Like that song, you know, it's a love song type thing. But it was our song. Once I had a secret love that lived within the heart of me. All too soon my secret
They've been in our office for ages now.
What?
became
You don't think
impatient
they're...
to be free.
I thought that's what you wanted.
So I told a friend to start.
You know a lot of things, don't you, Miss Gargan?
I don't think it would be fraudulent of me to say yes, Jimmy. I do know most things.
Do you think it's possible that you could love someone who isn't your real mum properly? As if they were?
Jimmy Hamilton Doyle. If there is the slightest possibility that you are thinking about Donna, I suggest you go straight to the gentleman's lavatory and wash out your ungrateful mouth with soap.
No, that's not it. I mean, I love Donna, like, totally.
I should hope so. So, perhaps you would explain the origin of your gloomy demeanour.
Well, someone told me about fancying your mother. Is it normal?
If only Oedipus had had the chance to ask that question before he slew his father, married his mother, and gouged out his eyes. It's fate, Jimmy Hamilton Doyle. Oedipus went to the oracle to learn it was his destiny. So however your struggle against your feelings, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
All right, guys.
All right. Me and Alex just having a bit of a chat. Nothing too deep. Fancy joining us?
She can't.
Why not?
I'll leave you to it.
I knew it. Why did I ever believe you? What? I don't start it again. I just saw the way you looked at her. Not the way you looked at Fiona. You just can't help yourself, can you?
What's wrong with you? First it's Fiona, then Steph.
Or do you want me to go and ask him myself, shall I? Yeah? Just ask him myself, yeah?
Mike!
Mike, what's going on?
Wet cavemen.
What are you playing at?
Cheer up, mate. I'm sure it'll be all right, Rachel, moving in with you. At least have a babysitter on call 24/7.
Sam, about earlier, I need...
Twice in one day?
Yeah. Looking forward to your new flat?
Why wouldn't I be?
Get on the bar and tell him about your new life.
Yeah, all right. So that.
Sam, I need to know what happened.
It doesn't mean I don't like you. It's just I've got these feelings.
What feelings?
A feeling like someone's going to get hurt and it won't go away.
Well, we could try and make it. Just pretend I was one of your other girlfriends.
We know too many of the same people. You're just going to have to wait until you're old enough. Let's just enjoy the time we've got left alone. We don't have to rush. It doesn't mean we can't do things.
What sort of things?
I think you'll have to show you. Look, Della, you wouldn't believe me.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay. How could it possibly be okay when she could be dead? Look, what if she is? How am I going to get through the rest of my life knowing that?
Unencumbered by plaster of Paris, your cast is cast off, ready for your new life, Samuel.
It's your turn to take Benjamin today, Samuel.
No, I can't.
Sam?
You're wrong, Django. I do love Donna. She's my mum.
Is that why you run into the opposite direction every time she enters the room?
No. You're right. Maybe I should be more like you. But Frankie would like me to. Will you help me?
What are brothers for?
Oh, I thought I could smell axle grease. Grief. Nobody's going to be able to tell you two apart at Roxy's tonight.
Yeah. Where did you get your snakeskin jacket from?
Got it from a gigolo in downtown Rangoon. But hey, I don't think you need it anyway. I mean, the woman practically loves you already.
And who is the unlucky lady?
No one.
Yeah. He just doesn't want to give the game away.
Mr. Oldwinkle.
Natalie, I want you to know.
Sam, this is not the time.
I need you to know that I didn't take advantage of her. I just need you to believe me.
Sam!
I loved her. That's why we never did it, really.
Okay, I believe you.
So unfair. It was an accident.
Sam's everywhere.
Well, that's never happened to me before. Must have been the nerve, sorry.
Did I do something wrong?
No. It was just wrong.
Mum and Dad.
Wait.
Jane? Jane?
So, what are you doing for the rest of half term?
Haven't really thought about it.
It was fun, really.
Yeah. Well, I leave, you know. Well, thanks again, yeah? Sorry.
And you're sure that was the time?
The only time. I was so embarrassed after it happened, I didn't know what to say. The pregnancy, the abortion, my parents' car crash, Jane go missing. It's all down to me.
No. I remember it now, Duncan and I getting back. And I talked to her that night, and I thought she'd missed us. She said she wanted to work hard and study and be good. We were close then. Until
she found out about the baby.
Christmas.
It's safe to be in, but you two don't get caught in the crossfire. Yeah, we were just messing about, you know. It was all a bit of a laugh. You know, like what you said about Steph.
There's nothing going on between me and Steph. Didn't stop Mike accusing me, though. It's almost like you wanted me to have an affair.
I tell you things I couldn't tell anybody else. Not even Natalie.
Maybe it's because I've had an experience quite like yours.
Lost someone?
Yes. Oh, yes.
I suppose I was a bit paranoid. Just knowing that you had an affair when Roxy was pregnant before. And I don't know, maybe I imagined I'd end up doing the same thing.
That's ridiculous. You'd never do anything like that. You're too good a man.
A young man. An addict. When I was a curate from one of the outreach centres, we started seeing each other, and it got serious when I had to end it. The bishop. Someone else took over that centre.
Oh, I am sorry.
I never saw him again. He died, actually, a few months later. And I can't get it out of my head that I'm not to blame in some way.
Friends?
Sure.
I'd join in as well, but sweaty blokes aren't my thing.
Oh, I don't know. What are the chance of human touch have you got?
Actually, while we're doing confessions, I've got a new person. Her name's Anya. What? She's Polish. Anya? You having a fling with her?
Oh, Anya. My first kiss in 9 years. Please.
No, I've got to go, actually. I've got to go. I'll see you at dinner later.
If we could choose the people we fell in love with. Better to have loved and lost.
Of course it is.
Is it though? Doesn't feel like it.
Is that a new jacket, Jimmy? It's lush.
BBC snakeskin, 10 from the market. I'll make sure it's just us in the tub.
It's just like Django's.
Jiminy, Django says you have something to ask me. What is it?
What was that, Jiminy? We didn't quite catch that.
Donna, have you ever entered a beauty contest and they said, sorry, no professionals?
Oh, Jimmy. Oh. So sweet you are. Where did you get that from, Jimmy? It was so cheesy.
Django taught me.
Really? It was so cool.
Do you remember, Della? It was after that Christmas. And she just stopped talking to me. I thought it was just a phase, but she was changing.
So I thought it was me at first. And then I tried to talk to her and she just shut me out.
No, it wasn't just a phase. And it wasn't just with you. She changed after that.
I remember now what she was like. Not the Jane who disappeared, but the one who disappeared before that. She wasn't always the grown-up one, knowing things, secrets.
I didn't mean it. I really didn't mean it.
Oh, come on, I know, and I just couldn't believe you before. I just imagine how she felt, and you know, how cheated she must have felt.
Look out, Manchester United. Maybe you could teach me. Could be fun.
My parents come back tomorrow. I've got to tidy. I wasn't there to help her through any of it. Just shut her out.
And after that, she just lost faith in things.
In people. Oh, I let her down. How could she trust anyone after me?
She didn't. Not anybody, she changed. I could see it was happening, but I didn't know why, and I wanted the same thing to happen to me.
No. I changed Adela. It was all me. It was all me.
You know, it's so lovely to be surrounded by my nearest and dearest. We haven't all got together since me and my beloved got engaged. You know, it's a shame that Nat couldn't be here, but she had this mysterious prior engagement. Oh, Jimmy, more juice, darling.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Just because I've got two brothers now doesn't mean that you and me can't be as close as we've always been, you know? In fact, even closer, yeah?
Any luck with your mystery woman, son?
No. She wasn't anyone, really.
Sounds like someone's in denial.
Listen, mate, can we swap seats so I can be near the kitchen?
You haven't told me. Who is it?
No one. No one you'd know.
No one Donna would know.
You can't tell me. You can't tell Donna. Naked embarrassment, huh?
Yeah, cheers, guys. Thank you.
What's the difference between an ordinary bloke and an extraordinary bloke?
What?
That little bit extra. And Sam, you've definitely got it.
Look, Kate, you're 15. This can never happen.
Why don't you just say it? You don't find me attractive. You could have told me and put me out of my misery a long time ago.
Kate, wait.
What, you really don't fancy her?
I didn't say that, did I?
Look, shooting star.
It's just a falling rocket.
No, it was a shooting star, and you have to make a wish, but you can't tell me what it is.
You already know what it is. Oh, she said it for me. Of course I do.
Mate, sometimes you're a couple of pixels short of the full picture. You know what I'm saying?
Just with the back of the spade.
Do you mind me staying?
The rods around the edge of the retina, by the way, are especially sensitive.
It's not that I don't want to go back. I think about them all the time. I barely think about anything else. It's just... I can't. Not now, anyway. Josh.
You should be with Natalie. But you can stay for as long as you need to, Mr. Harper.
So that was the worst thing. I never told her I loved her. After what happened, I just couldn't get the words out. I just wanted to say I'm sorry. I didn't know what to feel after that evening. I've been stupid. I just wanted to ask you.
It's never going to work, Sam. I'm just too young for all of this. We should never have started in the first place. Go back to your room.
Oh, wait.
I don't want you to, okay? That's not what I want.
But I... love you. Every time I look at them, my new family, I can't stop thinking, what does it matter? So I won. But if it wasn't for me, Jane, my parents, might still...
Stop it, Sam. You can't think like that. Lucy and Ben, they need you.
Yeah. Can't live on what-ifs and what might-have-beens. None of us can. Maybe it just wasn't meant to be with Jane.
Not the parsnip.
Alex! Oh my God, somebody do something! Mike! Alex! Mike! Come on, do something quickly!
He's not dead. Oh, he's swallowed something.
Pineapple and gherkin canapé.
Sit down, Rosa. He's all right. He's going to be okay. Mike, give him mouth to mouth. Quickly, go on.
It's okay, mate. Well done, Mike.
Oh, you look nice, Donna.
Thank you.
You know, I love you, Donna.
Jimmy.
You think I look good like this? More manly?
You will always be my little man.
You and Jimmy nearly got it together, didn't you?
Well,
Why do you think you fell asleep? What happened?
it wasn't my fault. He was sleepy. I'm not boring or anything.
Django, are you okay? It's not Roxanne's cooking.
Tom, you should have seen it. He was amazing. It was like Baywatch. He gave Alex mouth to mouth.
What?
Your dad's a hero. He saved Alex's life with his bare lips. So when are you going to give me the kiss of life, eh?
I'll rescue you any time. I'll leave you to it.
Everything okay? Haven't missed anything? I don't need that much room.
No. Sorry.
Notice anything strange?
Oh!
I do have some uses. Even though I broke it myself.
We were wondering where you'd got to, Samuel.
Probably gallivanting. There'll be no more of that now.
You're right. This is where I've got to be. Past life's over. I'll never let you go, mate. I'll never even think about it.
Would you care for some cordial, Samuel?
I cracked open a bottle to celebrate.
Don't worry. I'm back now. And I'm only thinking of the future.
To us, then.
To us.
Well, there's a feast of secrecy coming up in just a moment as Movie Nights takes a look at Spy Kids 2 and Sum of All Fears.